is the COO and the head of open-end spinning solutions. He will give you an overview of Saurer as it is presented today. The floor is yours, Marcus, and we await your fireworks. Thank you very much.
Transforming the textile industry towards circularity. This, ladies and gentlemen, will be one of the key questions that Saurer will answer during and also after the ITMA show in Milano this year. But before starting talking about circularity, I would start my speech with some observations. If nowadays we are talking about the climate change and we read the newspapers, we read much about the end of the coal mining, we read about electrification of the powertrain, electric cars and all these things. But one thing that we don't hear that much is the fact that the textile industry is contributing to 8 to 10% to the global emission of greenhouse gases. And it's astonishing that even knowing that fact, only 1% of the textiles produced every year are reused afterwards to become textiles again. Or in other words, this means that 99% of textiles is not reused but is ending up, as we see it here on the photo, in the desert of Chile. So this means every year 5.8 million tons of textile are not reused but discarded for landfilling, like here. And this is not a topic only of Asia, it's a topic that matters also for the European Union. So even in the European Union, in Europe, 11 kilograms per head, per people, are discarded every year. And the textile industry, seeing these figures, has an important role also here to stop the climate change and not to be part of the problem, but be part of the solution. And also the European Union found out this and launched an initiative and a vision for the year 2030 to stop this trend, to stop this so-called fast fashion. And they defined clear requirements for future textiles. This means that future textiles have to be a longer lifetime in the life cycle. They have to be easy to repair and to recycle. And of course, they have to contain more and more recycled materials. And this is where the textile machinery industry comes in, because the textile technology is the key driver to make this vision becoming reality. And this means that our customers, the yarn producers, are asked to change and to rethink their business models. Because today only 30 to 35% of textiles are even collected separately for later on reuse. And only less than 1% of fibers and textiles are reused again to generate new yarn. But this trend will change in the future. So here you see a study of McKinsey that until 2030, up to 28% of fibers have to be recycled and regenerated and to be reused in new yarns. And this is where Saurer comes in as a solution provider to answer these questions for yarn producers. This means Saurer is key enabler of this transformation, and Saurer is offering the full portfolio of machines that is needed to produce these sustainable yarns in the future. And on the ITMA show we will show innovations and the entire product range, starting from the pre-spinning, the blow room, the carding machines, over our rotor BD. This is a semi-automated machinery that is actually producing recycling yarns already since decades of years, so it's not very new to us. The Autocoro, our, let's say, unbeaten champion in the fully automated spinning of rotor yarns, of recycled rotor yarns. We sold more than 1 million spindles this year with the Autocoro, so it's the unbeaten market champion here. but also our new baby, our new machine, the Auto Aero, comes into place here for recycling yarns, especially when we talk about chemically recycled fibers. Forgot to mention our ring spinning machines. Also the ring process made big progress in the recent months and years to be able also to produce yarns from recycled materials, and last but not least, also the twisting of recycled yarns becomes more and more important, as recycled yarns often don't have the strength. Customers start to twist these yarns, and also here Saurer is offering with a compact twister the right solution. And it's not only that we are offering our entire product portfolio to these customers, it's also an adaptation of our portfolio that we will show. And why this is important, you can see here. We call this recycling extreme. And what you see here is what is happening if a customer is really seriously starting to recycle. That means spinning yarns of fibers that contain 70, 80, up to 100% of recycled fibers. These fibers have a very short fiber length, and this brings every machine, every textile machine to their limits. And here this is not a competitor machine, it's our machine. So also our customers with the best machine in the market, with the Auto Coro, made this experiences with these fibers. It's a disaster, it's a nightmare, and it's not possible to produce yarns efficiently. However, Saurer already answered this topic, this question, and offered a new patented solution, especially for this recycling extreme applications. This is a combination of a special trash cleaner in the machine, of special rotors specialized on the recycling of yarns, and our digi-piecing that ends all worries about yarn breaks. So even if the yarn is breaking, that can happen very often with recycled yarns, digi-piecing is allowing the customer to restart the machine very fast, very efficiently. And from the first trials at customers, we know that with this solution, it's possible to increase the productivity by more than 30%. And if we talk about recycling, many of you know the recycling application that shoes are made from former tires, or that recycling yarns are used to make cleaning cloth or gloves or something. But this also is changing, and you see here that the future has already started. You see here an example of one of our most successful customers, the company Valerius, that is using recycled yarns not to make any kind of cloth, but to make really high quality products. You see here a t-shirt from a famous brand, you know around about what this t-shirt costs. So it's not a cloth, it's really a premium product that is generated from recycled fibers. And this is really a benchmark or a good example that we don't talk only about downcycling, but especially the upcycling of recycled materials, and will show solutions about this topic in the ITMA. And last but not least, we talked about energy, about the carbon emission, and here also the energy efficiency of the machines is very important. And since many years, Saurer has established our so-called EEE philosophy. This means energy, ergonomics, and economics. This means that in every product generation, and also the product generations that we show on the ITMA, Saurer has the clear target to reduce the energy consumption, the energy consumed per kilogram of yarn. And you see here very impressively that, for example, in our Auto Coro machine, we achieved to reduce the energy consumption over the last 15 years by 38%. This means that not only the recycling of yarns is important, also the efficiency of the machines will continue to improve also in the future.